There's lots of hate for George Lucas's Star Wars prequels, but why is that? Are the prequels that bad? Well, actually no, and we'll tell you why. As said by Lucas, he wanted to do something new, and he did. But fans who loved the original trilogy found that everything was new on the prequels. No Imperial March, no AT-ATs, no Millennium Falcon, and the Ewoks? In the first installment, The Phantom Menace, we didn't even see white armored troopers or even a Wookiee. Besides the main and the Force theme, all music was new. But that doesn't mean that this trilogy is bad as haters say it is. Actually, it's quite good. A classic hero's tragedy, the fall of the Chosen One, and the thin line between good and evil. Because at the end, Anakin did everything for love. But why didn't people like it? The answer is simple. People like to be fed the same product over and over again. They like what they already know. It's hard to make people accept new things. A rejection for things we don't know is natural and quite common in art, academic or popular. That's why everybody loved The Force Awakens. Because, like it or not, it's a remake of A New Hope. I mean, The Force Awakens is awesome, but yes, it's a remake. A desert planet, a snow planet, a Death Star superweapon, a chosen one, and in this case her mentor, and the good guy turned bad by a dark, old, deformed villain. Like in South Park Season 20, when they get J.J. Abrams to reboot the American national hymn, making it new but keeping all the stuff we liked about the old one. And the result was the same national hymn, but we'll tell you why the prequels are freaking awesome. To begin with, we've got the cast. Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor, both stars of Schindler's List and Trainspotting respectively, as the almighty Jedi, and for gosh sakes, we have Samuel L. Jackson as Mace freaking Windu. We would have never expected to see Pulp Fiction's Jules Winfield fighting side by side with Yoda.
What English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Then we have the beautiful Queen and later Senator Padme Amidala, our teenage crush played by Natalie Portman, the same girl who played Matilda on The Professional with Jean Reno. We have the legendary Ian McDiarmid reprising his role as Palpatine. And last but not least, the best Sith Lord of all, Darth Maul. The only negative thing about this awesome villain is that he didn't appear in episodes 2 and 3. Ray Park, the actor who played Maul, is a master in sword fights and martial artist who revolutionized lightsaber duels. Or can you say you expected such an incredible fight between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Maul? And complemented by this masterpiece by John Williams, Duel of the Fates. As Anakin, we have Jake Lloyd, a charismatic little boy who was the only human being on the galaxy to participate on pod races. It's like the intergalactic NASCAR. Okay, that was a bad example. And yes, we know you hate midichlorians, but for that matter, we'll let Jesus make a statement.
Children, I don't know why you complain about midichlorians in Star Wars prequels. The Force is a religion based on scientific evidence that can be measured and quantified. For my father's sake, it makes more sense than my own fucking religion. I'm seriously thinking about converting to the Jedi Order.
For Attack of the Clones, we get for the main antagonist and disciple of Palpatine, the legendary actor and metalhead Christopher Lee. Known for classics as Dracula, and of course, Lord of the Rings Saruman, the best villain you could ever get, and he fights with Yoda. You can't get any better than that. George Lucas finally fulfilled our wishes to know and see more about the iconic bounty hunter Boba Fett. We get to know his father, Jango Fett, a legendary bounty hunter as well, who is cloned to make an army. Yes, you heard right, an army of Boba/Jango Fett clones. And who could forget that epic fight between Fett and Obi-Wan? We got amazing battle scenes both in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Lucas gave us a cool villain with General Grievous, the leader of the droid army, and one of the best opening scenes in the franchise, a massive space battle. With Hayden Christensen as grown-up Anakin, we got to see how the Jedi Order never trusted him completely like his mentor Qui-Gon, a fact that made Anakin look for support from Chancellor Palpatine, and how the rigid ways of the Order made him hide his love to Amidala and her pregnancy. The fall of Skywalker was also a responsibility of the Jedi Order. The hero has fallen and has destroyed what he loved most, like Eurydice being taken away from Orpheus for prematurely turning his head to see her face before getting out of hell. It's not a happy ending trilogy, but admit it, it has amazing music, an amazing cast, very dark subjects, and has changed the lives of thousands of kids who watch them and love them.
Hey, thanks for watching. Want to see more videos like this one? Subscribe to ArtCore channel and share with your friends.